Hey everybody, what's up? Tom here, back at you with another video. And I was about to log in and start blasting. But I'm looking at theory crafting a little bit. I thought I would go on to I thought I would go on to ChatGPT here. And honestly, I'm talking to ChatGPT about the new league. And I feel like it's giving me very intelligent responses. And I think I'm going to be able to use it to help me craft a build. And so it's a little bit of a clickbaity title. You know what I need to do here? It's a little bit of a clickbaity title, I know. So wait. We need it to show farther down here. There we go. All right, there, that works. So I started talking to ChatGPT. I'm just gonna drink some water here really quick so I don't die. Okay. And I just start. Well, first, I actually had a question for it, and then it answered the question, and so I was like, okay, it actually knows its stuff a little bit. And I know it searches the web for a lot of this stuff and then kind of recompiles it. And that's basically how it does some of this stuff. But how do you toggle always highlight? It says Z. I actually haven't tried that yet, but I'm going to find out shortly. But then I said, what build looks best for 0.4? So very broad, open-ended. And also, I'm allowing to, get the AI to recognize exactly what I'm talking about. It knows what I mean by 0.4. It depends on what you mean by looks the best. Fast leveling, good mapping, clear speed, or endgame viability. Those are all, like, reasonable things that I think anybody would care about on a build. I just realized you can't see my ChatGPT on YouTube. Here, I'm gonna put ChatGPT up on YouTube really quick, guys. But yeah. In the meantime, you can keep reading what it says here. You know what I should do? I'm gonna make this take up the whole screen. There we go. Well, no, I do want to be able to see my face here. So what we can do is like this. There we go. Okay. Oh, but I want to get that up on YouTube as well. So I'm going to go for a window capture. Oh, I actually have a... No, I need a new one. Okay. Oh, you know what? I actually... Oh, no, I have my chat. I gotta pop out my YouTube chat. I'm still learning how to stream, guys. I'm going at my own pace. Add source. But that's part of the charm. Where's ChatGPT? No, that's not what I want. Try window capture again. New. Here we go. Okay. We got it. We are so good. We are good to go. Bring that back over here. Put that there. Okay. So, it says Deadeye, widely regarded as a go-to pick. Bow and crossbow-based Deadeye builds offer excellent mapping speed, great single-target burst, and relatively low gear requirements early. Blood Mage, a top-tier spellcaster, strong, versatile, and defense, and a popular choice for players wanting spell-based builds that scale well. Ritualist, not the flashiest, but S tier for specific playstyles, especially if you care about item rarity, magic find, farming, loot, rather than raw kill speed. Right, because you get an extra ring, so that's how you get the extra rarity. See, like, and then Druid. Several of its starter to endgame builds are generating hype, including Wyvern Caster, Bear Slam, and Volcano Hybrid or Wolf and Minions. These give a balance of good clear defenses and flexibility depending on your preferred playstyle. What looks good depends on what you want. Fast leveling and smooth early progression. That would be Deadeyes with bows and Druid starter builds. We don't know about Druid starter builds. Deadeye is probably good for leveling, but Druid starter builds not so much. Spell-based or caster gameplay. Then you're looking at Blood Mage, Druid, Caster, Wyvern, Elemental. So, I kind of makes sense. Spell-based or caster, Blood Mage, Druid, Caster, Wyvern, Elemental. So you would be like a Blood Mage. And that gets you... what does Blood Mage get you? I'm going to show you right here. It's really good. It's like crit chance to spells, I think. base crit chance for spells is 15%. Increase crit damage. So, and then it also has the spell damage leech his life, which is defensive. And so, it makes sense. It does. Penetration and hybrid builds. That's a good advice, you know? If you're doing elemental attack damage with one spell, with one ability, but you're doing elemental spell damage with another ability, well then penetration or lowering resistances is something that's going to scale both. So I think it's nice that ChatGPT is giving me pretty good advice. Right now, ailment plus elemental caster hybrids are scaling harder than pure physical melees at the top, especially when shock exposure, crit multi are all stacking multiplicatively. So from a pure what's better standpoint, wins for and Blood Mage wins for endgame power and speed. So let me ask. So basically, ChatGPT it ultimately gave me an answer. It said go for Blood Mage Wyvern. That's what ChatGPT recommends. At the end of all this is what it recommends. Because first it says you can go either Blood Mage Wyvern or Titan Bear. Although the only reason it mentioned Titan Bear is because I mentioned Titan Bear first. But what skills? Now I'm going to go a little bit deeper. Let's see if it can tell me what skills to use. What skills would you use for Blood Mage Wyvern? Chain Lightning. We're going to do something a little bit differently here. I think I'm going to do a window capture. Give me a sec here. I mean, I'm going to do a monitor capture. This is annoying. Okay, we got that. Now. Okay, so what I don't want to have is my search bar and everything up here. So let's get rid of that. Nice. Okay. We'll shrink it up. There we go. All right, and now everything I'm doing you can see. So I want to see chain lightning. And we're also going to have ChatGPT open right here, and then this open right here. This is saying that chain is a property that lightning has. So the real skill it's talking about is arc, right? Arc is a lightning skill, a spell skill that fires a lightning projectile forward, which chains to nearby enemies to hit. Okay. Now, historically, this is not a really, really good clear skill. But if you're able to Wyvern core abilities, Wyvern dash aerial movement. Do we have the Wyvern skills? Rolling Magma might be good clear. Rolling Magma is great clear in PoE 1. That's the only skill you need in PoE 1 to do the campaign. And now you can actually strafe and fire them backwards as you're running. I mean, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Do I have 0 viewers? Is that what's going on? Yeah. Well, oh, no. This is... I have 1 viewer. I didn't forget you, viewer. I'm just struggling here a little bit. So, Wing Blast, explosive AoE knockback. If your wings are charged with lightning, that doesn't look like a fun skill to use because you do this and it pushes you back when you do it. Rend. Rend could be good. Jump forward and slash. When consuming a power charge, it charges up your wings with lightning. How would you get power charges? Let's see if ChatGPT can answer this. Crit-based generation. Gain a power charge on critical strike. How do you get that? If you're running a lightning heavy, power charges on shocked enemies, power charges on lightning crits. So is that on the passive tree? This is PoE 1. Is it? No, it's not. I don't know why. Oh, this is just... Is this the new one? Patch 4.0. Whatever, let's just mess around with this here. I can do Control F, right? Why does it look janky to me? Oh, here we go, here we go. Okay. So none of this is generating power charges. Gain power charges instead of frenzy charges. Oh. Gain power charges instead of frenzy charges. Isn't there a way to generate frenzy charges? How do you really scale that? You know, the thing is, I don't know anything about this build. I mean, that's partially why I should play it. But I do know about the Titan. Well, let's see the new Druid Ascendancies real quick. Where are the Ascendancies? Let's ask ChatGPT. I wish I could see it somewhere. Maybe PoE 2 Ninja? Why don't I watch one of the streamers? I'll try this. Or is it PoE 2 DB? All right, yeah, I'm gonna go to a Twitch stream and see where they're getting this information.
You have to go all the way around. That is super annoying.
He's on POB.
You would path generic attribute nodes like you're doing around the robot. Yeah, I would have to, like, these would all be the normal nodes to here because projectile would actually still scale. Volcano, I would do. It would actually be different, so it would end up looking like. All right, hold on. Can we reset this? All right, let's just reset all of this here. Okay, it would actually end up looking like this. So like normal points would go like. Nope, undo. You would do it like this. You would go, these are all work on both. It would be like something like this. Just do like strength nodes for now. It would go here, you would go like this. You would go here with these. And this would be like, this would be fine. You would take these with all of them. Yeah, okay, you go like that.
He's looking at Witch Hunter, which I think is actually really smart because the idea is you have 100 extra passive points.
Two-ended nodes.
To do weapon swap with.
Nodes, two-ended nodes. Take all the two-ended nodes here. Hi, kitty. And then we probably take more generic nodes. Like here, take that one, and then we weapon swap nodes again.
He's not going to answer my question.
Okay.
Oh, somebody did. It's not. Okay. So even DM doesn't have it. Okay, so if he doesn't have it, then it's okay if I don't have it.
We would weapon swap. Nope. This one.
So what are the new supports that we have? No. Let me look at the this thing. This is a good source here. Let me look at the bear abilities. All right, so maul, heavy hitting, swipe generates rage. That doesn't look very fun to use. But it would work together with bone shatter, right? If it's heavy hitting. So already we have synergy between this and the warrior. Maul and bone shatter. Furious Slam. AoE Shockwave. Yeah, Slam, that's when it stands up and slams. Okay. If the runes on your back are glowing, it means you have enough rage to cast a more powerful version. I feel like there's so many good ways to generate rage. It's not really a problem. You can get rage on hit. You can get rage on when you're hit. Essentially, your first hit won't be very rage induced, but you can get it up really fast. So I think rage is like not something you really have to worry about by the time you're at the point where you want to be scaling it. But I do think you would want to scale it with this build. And then Rampage is how you're going to do your clear, right? So it's kind of like the difference between Rolling Slam and what's it called? Stampede, right? You use Rolling Slam when you're like kind of fighting in a small area and you want to do more damage. And you use Stampede when you're trying to move through everybody and clear them. And you can do that with the Druid, essentially, between Furious Slam and Rampage. And then Ferocious Roar. A war cry that can even use other classes' war cries if socketed. So it also has war cries. And then in the end game, you have fissures on everything. Hopefully there's some other kind of thing like this that you can stick in the ground. Although yeah, this isn't all the abilities either. Oh, human form, human form. Volcano, Entangle, Thunderstorm, Spell Totems. Oh, this is the Ascendancy. Right here, Shaman. Every 2 rage also grants 1% more spell damage. So what? 15% more spell damage at max. Okay. No inherent loss of rage. Regenerate 6% of your maximum rage per second. Increases and reduction to mana regeneration rate also applied to rage regeneration rate. Okay. Skills which are not default attacks use +5 rage to use. That's a downside. That's annoying. +7 to maximum rage. Okay. This should be good. Grants skill Apocalypse. I believe that's when you transform into the Balrog thing, right? Gain the benefits of additional modded modifiers on runes and idols. Oh yeah. I think that we need to see what these are before we know how good that's going to be. Martial weapon. Bonded. Martial weapon does 14% increased effect of fully broken armor. Okay. Faithful vision. Periodically shows a clone of yourself. Use one of your equipped skills. This does not deal damage. Use the shown skill to deal extra damage. How much extra damage? Converging paths. Creates a clone of an enemy when they're vulnerable to freeze, stun, or electrocution. This clone does not deal damage but can be damaged alongside the actual boss for bonus damage. Does not deal damage but can be damaged. So, I guess, yeah. If you deal damage to one, you deal damage to both. So if you're able to get them into an AoE, yes, you can double your damage. Well, that would be good with a bear slam build because I'm going to have huge AoEs with the fissures going everywhere. But yeah, you could throw the Forge Hammer down. This is for single target. Warcry. Then Bear Slam. And then who knows, maybe the form will be really good. The Balrog form. So, all right. I think I'm gonna pull up POB. There's gonna be interesting stuff to do. Here's the problem. I don't know what's gonna be up here. Because what I'm thinking about here is like... What I'm thinking about here is like... You know, something like this. Aftershocks, scaling aftershocks, right? So yeah, this is aftershock. So we would do that. Do you go for war cries? Maybe war cry cooldown? And you could do the whole ancestral boosted thing as well. Yeah, so I do think aftershocks and ancestral boosted work well together. As long as everything you're doing is a slam, which it would be, right? You'd be doing the bear slam. You'd be doing maybe stampede. No, not stampede. The bear charge. Which I guess is not technically a slam, is it? Run forward while violently stomping the ground. Maybe that does count as a slam. I'm not sure. Let's go back to POB here. We have these over here. Attack speed. We have these AoE nodes. Yeah, then we got damage. Prism guard. How many skill points is this so far? Does it tell me? 54 out of 123. Estimated progress, Act 4. So, this in Act 4 is not bad. We have Warcry speed, Warcry cooldown recovery. Because remember, the end goal is to be in the Balrog form as much as possible for clear. So we would do that cooldown recovery. And we'll come back to ancestrally boosted stuff. What is this over here? Can you have a shield equipped with a talisman if you have Giant's Blood? You can wield two-handed axes, maces, and swords in one hand. Axes, maces, and swords, not talismans. Maybe Smith of Katava would be better. Where is Smith of Katava? Why is it not showing up here? I only see Titan and Warbringer. No Smith. What are the good nodes I'm missing here? Too bad they're nerfing Constricting Command, because that was always really good. But I'm kind of nervous about using Constricting Command without the zero. Without the zero enemies requirement. Now, the other option is Wyvern. So Wyvern has Rolling Magma. Can you convert damage to lightning on the tree? Converts all energy shield to mana. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. What's this? No. No, you convert it with elemental attunement, with lightning attunement, right? So if I wanted to do lightning damage with Rolling Magma, I could with lightning attunement. Rolling Magma triggers Volcano? Wait, is Rolling Magma a spell or an attack? Is Rolling Magma a spell or an attack? I had something up here that had good information about the skills. Where is that? Okay. Ranged attack. But Volcano's a spell. They had to make it a little bit tricky. So if I wanted to scale Rolling Magma and Volcano with the Wyvern, I would want to be scaling fire damage. So we have this cluster. We've got Fire Pen. So Fire Pen is good. That's going to work for... that's going to scale both Volcano and Rolling Magma. Ignites you inflict, deal damage 15% faster. That scales spells and attacks. Gain 8% of damage as extra fire damage. I think that scales on both. Increase fire damage scales on both. So that works. The lightning would work too. So there's that. What else is there? Area of effect. Burning enemies you kill have a 5% chance to explode, dealing a 10th. Fire damage, fire damage. But doesn't fire suck in this game? How do you do lightning with this build? What are the skills? Let's just assume that the Wyvern will have good lightning attacks. Let's just assume. It seems pretty complicated. I wish I knew the exact skills. Like, am I really going to try to jump into this thing scaling fire damage on hybrid melee or on hybrid ranged attack and spell? It just sounds like I'm setting myself up for disaster. Whereas, on the other hand, I could just start planning on doing bear or wolf as a shaman and just figuring it out. I wish I was able to see the skill tree here. Because, yeah, this whole section is not what we're getting. Let's keep working on my bear titan. So estimated level around 46. Okay. So we get essentially another 40 points pretty easily. I want to scale aftershocks mostly. The Warcry thing is a little bit cute. But if I can get aftershocks going. Well, there's aftershock skill gems, right, that scale really well. So I should be looking for the best damage nodes here. This only affects maces, doesn't it? So this should be a weapon swap. How do you put weapon swap points in here? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. See if ChatGPT can answer this one. Crit multi, it's saying. You get crit multi on your weapon. But yeah, I wish I knew how to actually allocate my weapon swap points. Do any of the viewers know how to do this? Allocate weapon set points and POB? What happens if I look up slam here? Every second slam skill you use yourself is ancestrally boosted. And then what are we getting on the way up there? 12% AoE. Aftershocks. Just flat 20% chance. That's really good. So, we could try something like that. You know what? I almost like that better. But it may be that we end up wanting to just go for life. Something like this is always possible. Now, we also... Oh yeah, this should be a weapon swap as well. Maybe if I Google it. Oh no, two-handed is fine. The talisman is two-handed. The talisman is two-handed. Is there anything else that's good around this? Why is there weapon swap speed here when weapon swap is instantaneous? If you have 50% chance to block, this is 50% here. This is good. Get a good shield. You get Giant's Blood going. And, you know, maybe I need beef. Well, let's even be really generous and say I actually need to go for this. Increase strength per 15 strength. Increase damage per 15 strength, I mean. See, if I am going to be doing war cries a lot, because the goal, remember, is to be spamming the Balrog move, which is a war cry. And what I can do is reduce the cooldown from it here. I believe there's a support gem that reduces the cooldown. And then with this one, it empowers an additional attack. Although empowering an additional attack is not really what I'm going for. If you cycle through your skills, Fists of War is really good because you can essentially have everything ancestrally boosted, or almost everything ancestrally boosted, very early on if you cycle through your spells. Or your skills, I mean. Well, you know, I actually want to actually play my shield wall build. This is making me excited. I'm going to save this where it is. And I'm going to run a few maps with my shield wall build real quick. So, yeah, we're all going to get to see that. I think I have too much shit open right now, though. I want that open, but this, I think I'm going to close a lot of tabs here. Yep. And I'll show you guys my shield wall build.
What's new?
Wow, that actually sold. Wait a second. I think I can craft another one of those. I'm pretty sure I know what that was. Yeah, so soldier cuirass. That's amazing. That was good profit. Let's clear out my stash real quick. I could craft another one of those, but I'm not going to because I don't feel like it. I would just want to run a few maps here. I'll hold on to that. 18 skill gems. I think I need those. Or do I? Are all my support gems, like, up to date? Yeah, they are.
Yes. These are our supplies. Gold is useless to me. Take it. Go.
Alright, I'm actually going to try this Citadel, but I'm probably going to get wrecked. I don't necessarily want to breach on this map. No, I guess it's fine.
Just try it.
They can't do shit about this. Look at them struggling. Everybody's just blowing up. Alright. That was sick. You notice how everyone just blows up? Now, granted, I didn't juice this map to the gills or anything like that. Oh!
Mana. One way or another, this ends here. Did you not learn your lesson the first time?
Finished.
For my people! I cannot give up! Doom of the desert! I can't yet. Nothing matters now but the beast. Go!
What are you doing?
Okay, the problem is he might be able to one-shot me with his slam, so I just really got to watch out for that.
Feed my enemies! The era of the Faradun is now! 10,000 spears! Grind you into dust! The Marrakech will pay! The era of the Faradun is now! Take our hate! The era
I fucked up. See, I gotta dodge that. He one-shots me with that. This is my last shot here. I'm dying too much, but it is what it is.
one way or another. This ends here! Out of mana!
Submit. You are finished.
What? Ah!
The era of the Faradun is now!
I was so close the first time, and I fucked up. God damn it. Fuck me, dude. I suck at this game.
Who built this place? This dream. Meat creature!
Fossils! Let's see what's underneath.
Nice try!
Not so talkative now, are ya? Biatch. What the? What was I taking damage from? I couldn't even see what the hell was killing me there. That was so annoying. Fuck me. That was the worst feeling death so far. That was fucking bullshit. Okay, let's go.
Try it! Hate creature! Steel yourself!
I like this map. I like how everything is spaced out. It's like a pretty logical setup to funnel the enemies into you. So that you can AoE everything. I also just need better gear on this build. Like, I could easily upgrade this build right now, I'm pretty sure. I think I can get a better weapon for a few divine, and I can probably get a decent chunk more armor.
In the right hands, this could forge something truly exceptional. Come get me! Steel yourself!
Come, Jingak. A new purpose awaits you. Death, embrace!
I think you're the one that should embrace death, biatch. Here, let's actually, let's look at some gear here. I'm gonna need to sell everything first.
Quickly, gold is useless to me. Take it. Go.
What's new? Yes? Is that a good price for that?
Probably not, but who cares?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I can get a better weapon pretty cheap. One divine for a much better weapon. Since the next cheapest one is since the next cheapest one is 5 divine, I'm not going to try corrupting this.
I'll post it right away.
All right, so that's going to be fun. And how do I get more armor? Get a more expensive chest, right? What if I just search any armor? Rare. And then just sort by armor. Like, literally. And I'll go max 5 divine. See what we get. Oh yeah, that's a big increase. I gotta see what my resistances are at to see if this is viable. So fire, lightning, and chaos are what I would ideally want on my new chess piece. But that's not happening. But with this one, I can split the difference and put some chaos res into it. Oh, this one has lightning and chaos, lightning and cold. The cold is kind of brutal. Because I'll be overcapped on cold. What if I don't have the belt? Say I swap out the belt as well. Here, you guys should be able to see what I'm doing. Wait, do I have something like this on my other character? This has armor applies to elemental damage, but only cold. Only cold resistance. Alright, so actually, let's think about that, because that's pretty close to the same amount of armor that we're talking with this other stuff. And it has armor as Ellie. So if I go back to this, and I go for belts... I want to have as much armor as possible. Don't belts get armor?
What's new?
Oh, fuck me. Armor went up a lot. I mean, 123 life is also not bad. This one's one div. We've got 39 fire. $35 lightning. Oh my god, actually, that's a lot of lightning. This is one div. And then I can actually put increased armor socketables in here. I've got one fire. Two fire. One lightning. So lightning will be overcapped. fire will be overcapped for 1 div. Oh, this one has armor for 2 div, but less life. How many are we looking at here? We're at over 10,000 results. Now I can sort by life. $31 lightning, 25 lightning for a total of 56 lightning. Bringing me up to 88. So that means I can lose this lightning node and I'll be at 74 lightning res, which is fine. Get more armor. And then for fire, it has 34. So I'll go from 45 plus 30, 46 plus 34 is 80. That means I'm still stuck with these 2 fire resistance things. $42 fire res. $67 lightning res. 145 life, 210 armor. For 2 div. Here we go. This might be my Goldilocks here because what it has is hella fire. 65 fire. So I can lose both of these fire resistance things. Right, 65 minus 28, what's that? 45, 37. So 46 plus 37 is over 80. And I can lose, because we get 43 fire res, so 32 plus 43 is 75. So, okay, I still have to use this. But at least I lose 2 sockets here. Which I can put chaos resistance into. We're getting our armor. Oh, wait a second. 198 armor, 123 life. 44 fire res. Which brings me to 90. Meaning I'm losing 1 of these. Alright, so it's still losing 2. So obviously go for the one with more life at that point. This one has 167 life. 60. Still brings me to 90 fire. So once again, I can lose 1 fire rune, 1 lightning rune. And then round off my chaos res. But that's 7 div. So let's save 4 div and just do a little bit less life. And go for this one. Oh, wait, I lose a lot of life from using this chess piece. Not that much life, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna try this.
Can I help? Have an order? I'll fill
I'm
that in as
deploying
soon
my
as I
currency
can.
here. So we're gonna go and swap out. Oh no, we can swap out 2 fires. Fire and fire. I've got to go now.
Oh, it's you.
But thanks for watching, everybody. Can't wait to try this bad boy out.